I'm Scott Lanningham at World of Watson, joined right now by Shamayun Miah, who is partner and vice president in IBM's Global Business Services. Welcome, Shamayun.
Great to be here, Scott, and thank you for your time.
So what are three big things that have been catching your attention this week at World of Watson?
Data, cognitive, and automation. In the data area, we know that data is perhaps the new natural resource out there, and clients have been working hard for a number of years to monetize data and really get great insight. But what's different now is that we've got structured data and unstructured data, and I've seen some great examples from clients where they are really monetizing them and taking data from social feeds and combine them together to create great outcomes. In the second area is cognitive. Now, a few years ago, I saw most clients who were experimenting with cognitive. It was pretty much proof of concepts, line of business, doing some few use cases. But now I'm seeing some great enterprise-wide solutions being deployed. It was great to see yesterday Mercedes-Benz and Woodside CEO talking about how they're using cognitive computing and managing the challenge of big data. And they really are optimizing the data, finding new insights, and helping their knowledge workers to make better decisions, which is driving a huge amount of efficiency, saving them costs and time to value.
Yeah, great example. And automation.
And automation. Automation, very close to my heart. I think with automation, we're going to see this new arbitrage of efficiency globally. With automations, we're seeing clients who are really taking their employees and taking their systems of record and not just optimizing their business processes, but they're cutting out business processes and re-engineering processes. And what's really great about automation is that now with machine learning, automation, and robotics working together, it can really drive real efficiency out there. And we're working with a number of clients who are showing some great results.
Now you're talking about working together. So what about data, cognitive, automation, the whole picture? What's happening there?
Well, it's a great question, Scott. So data, robotics, cognitive, machine learning, all can work together. And in fact, the clients who bring those components together, the sum of all those components is greater than individuals, are going to see some amazing impact out there. And when you take cognitive as the engine out there, it makes a huge impact. So for example, if you look at all the companies here, pretty much all industries think themselves, and companies think themselves as technology advanced companies, even they may be retail or banking, fintech, or industrial products, and they are, to some level, are digital enabled companies. So when you put them together, that allows them to differentiate further and create new values out there.
So I love how, of course, all of us love how these concepts are always well illustrated by real-life examples. So I wonder if you could share some.
Sure. Well, you saw the great example today with General Motors, where they are using cognitive in-car entertainments and really creating new experiences for their customers. I was amazed to find out that we spend over 37,000 hours a year in our car. So a real optimal place to kind of create good experience and drive efficiency out there. But other examples are in the application space. We have IBM Watson for automation, where we can provide now first-line support to end users who have challenges around IT systems, system errors, or want to go and, let's say, reset their password or find a new application. We could manage that instead of them calling the call center. And as a result, we could drive 30 to 40% cost reduction of the call center and provide great service to the end user at much more faster speed. Now we've taken that further. We now have taken automation and then putting machine learning and robotics, and now we could take system of record and automatically repair them. So imagine a world when you have a critical application out there and there's an error. Well, you don't have to wait for a human being now. You can have full automation and repair, self-repair. Sounds futuristic, doesn't it? but self-repair of systems.
That's tremendous, because time it means everything
Exactly.
in many of these situations. Right?
And especially these mission-critical applications, you want them to be running 99.999 or even 100% of the time.
That's great. Great examples. So how else can IBM help clients understand and exploit the opportunities in the application space that come with cognitive computing and automation, and what's a good starting point for them to consider?
So IBM has a vast amount of experience in technology, consulting, and industry knowledge. So the way I would approach it, where to start from, is that we have worked with every client out there pretty much in every industry, and we have a vast amount of experience in pretty much all the industries out there. So one of our approach would be is we have a consulting framework where we look at a client and identify which are the areas that most could benefit from automation. We look at the industry and say, okay, what does best in class look like? And we benchmark it. So you may be in a retail industry, but there might be knowledge that you want to seek from financial services or insurance or manufacturing. We take the best of those knowledge, bring it to you, help you create your business case, help you create a roadmap, and then demonstrate to you the return on investment from automation. That's where we come from. The engagement approach would be consult and then help you to kind of really work on the system and modernize your application systems through automation, right down to running the applications for you.
I see. And you mentioned application modernization. I think you also are known for referring to it as your digital foundation practice,
yes.
Right? So can you share an example of that and the benefit that was realized from it?
Sure. So there is many companies out there who have grown through acquisitions or have had exponential growth over the years, but their applications are still maybe mainframes, but many, many years out of date or obsolete. And the business today does not want to wait 6 months, 9 months for new functionality to be released. We, using cognitive analytics capability, are able to take the client's application, modernize that application to a flexible architecture, and then migrate that application to the cloud, as an example. And what that allows these companies to do is respond to the market much more faster, release new products faster, and really be competitive. And we could do this with minimal risk and huge amount of speed.
That's terrific. So using the great work that's already been done, bringing it to the cloud or whatever modernization implies in a given case, right?
Absolutely. And we do this also using our cognitive analytics skills out there. So we realize which of the applications are the mission critical ones, which of the ones are the easy, quick wins, and then create a enterprise architecture for clients which is future-proof, and really allow them to release applications not in 6 months, but in 6 days.
So, as a close, what about you've already got 3 words, 3 big points we've talked about from the beginning: data, cognitive, automation. But what are those the 3 top buzzwords you would take away from WOW, or from World of Watson, WOW as we call it? Or are there 3 others? What do you say to that?
Wow, you put me on the spot here. 3 buzzwords. So I would say microservices, blockchain, and innovation.
Okay, terrific.
Thank
Shamayun,
you.
pleasure.
Pleasure's mine. Thank you.
Nice to see you. Again, Shamayun Miah is partner and vice president in IBM Global Business Services. I'm Scott Lanningham, and we're IBM.